What's up, guys? Today I'm going to share with you how to actually win at marketing your local service-based business in 2026 and beyond. Now, the game has changed, but I'm going to lay out some foundational principles and some tactics for you guys on, hey, which type of person are you? And here's what you need to do to succeed and stand out when it's so competitive these days, right? I'm not the only marketing guy out here for sure. I know that. And I know you're probably not the only guy who owns a local business in your niche who does the same thing that other competitors do. So we all know our competitors, and that's why we're in this game of business. But how can we beat them? How can we take their market share? Because it's not always about being the best. It's about being the best. No. So first up, from a skill perspective, I want to break this down. All right. Let's take out the iPad. So we have marketing, right? Marketing is just sales to the masses. So it's how can I sell our service in a way that makes people want to whip out their wallet and as many people at one time. So it compounds. Instead of sales where it's like one-to-one, marketing is one-to-many, which is beautiful because then people can go further down your funnel to talk to you. So in marketing, there's three main ways to get customers, right? There's outreach. There is content. And there's paid ads. Now, there's branches to all this. So chunked up, that's why like people make fun of mindset coaches and everything. But if you don't have the right mindset, there's no reason to market in the first place, right? If you don't believe marketing works, then then none of this other stuff that branches off going to matter because your mindset says, oh, I was burned by this agency before. And just because my girlfriend broke up with me in college or high school, I'm never going to date again, right? So it's like you have mindset is it's so chunked up, it's high up there, right? Because it applies to everybody. But if you don't have the right mindset, then none of this other stuff is going to work, right? Why are you watching this video? I'm assuming you have a great mindset. That's why you're still watching this. But I just want to be clear about that. So I'm going to chunk this down into each branch for every single skill. So this is why it's so hard. By the way, this is why like people hire agencies and experts and coaches and like to help out because it can go on forever. I'm not going to be able to fit it on this page. I'm just going to show you what it's like. So for outreach, we have cold calls. We have door knocking. We have cold email. We have flyers or direct mail. And I'm trying to think of anything else. I think that's it for now. I mean, they're just calling like friends, family, but I'll just put that in cold calls. Content. Okay, what types of content do we have? We have YouTube. We have Instagram. We have LinkedIn, X. We have a bunch of different platforms. So it's like, okay, which one do you post on, right? And then in paid ads, we have Google. We have Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram. I'll get into that in a minute. And then we have other platforms as well. Maybe you're on, you've done those ones where you share leads. What's it called? Angie's Leads. Angie. For my old cabinet business, we used these guys and it was terrible. Try to block that memory out of my head, honestly. So Angie's Leads, or like third-party leads that like sell the leads to you and then add a markup and then you got to call them. But there's shared leads, XYZ. So there's branches for each one of these. It's like for cold calling, it's like, okay, well, how do I cold call? What's the script? Who do I call? What's the list? How do I get that list? You got to go to Apollo. You got to ask realtors. You got to ask XYZ. Like there's so many things within each one of these branches and it all chunks up to marketing at top. So I want to focus on the two that gives you the most leverage over time. And so let me explain this. Let's whip out the blue one for this one. So outreach is cheap, fast, does not compound. And what I mean say compound, it does not get better. If you're door knocking your entire life for your business, every single day you have to wake up and have to knock more doors because that's your only way you're getting leads, right? You might get a few referrals here and there, but that is not fun. It's not fun to rely purely on outreach to grow your business because it doesn't compound, it doesn't build a brand of any type of sort thing. Like you can't charge more. You're talking to cold traffic. People have never seen you. Outreach alone sucks. Okay, but it's cheap because it's free typically. You know, you might have to pay for some softwares here and there, and it's fast. So those are the perks. So like when you're just getting started and you're below like 5K a month, 10K a month, do outreach. Like door knock, cold call, get your name out there, do whatever you can. That's outreach. Now, for content, this is cheap. It's free to post as of right now. They might change that later, charge $1. I hope they do, honestly. They'd knock out a lot of the competition. If you had to imagine how much more time and effort you'd put into your content if you had to pay $1 to post it, right? Crazy. It's cheap. It is slow, but it compounds. Why does this matter? Because it builds your brand over time. You're not waking up starting from scratch tomorrow. You can wake up and say, wow, look at what I built the last few years. I built my brand and now I can exit it. Now someone will buy it because they have a brand that's worth buying. Look at Tommy Mello and look at these guys, A1 Garage Doors or State 48 Garage Doors, a past client of mine. Like they've built this brand that now people they can charge higher prices for, and it's amazing. It's like it just keeps compounding over time. That's what content does. And then ads. Ads is fast, but costs money, and it semi-compounds. And the reason I say this is because it semi-compounds on Meta, because you will still build your brand by running Meta ads, but for Google, it does not compound. The second you turn off Google ads, the clicks go away at the top. There's no brand building on Google whatsoever. It's pull marketing. I'll make a whole nother video on like pull marketing versus push marketing, but I digress. So this is why my two favorite types of marketing are content and ads, because it compounds over time. And we're trying to build the business of tomorrow while also getting leads and closing deals today. Not just thinking short term, let's just do outreach and that's it. I don't care about social media. It's all a lie. I'm not dancing on TikTok. No one's asking you to dance on TikTok. Okay. So let's hop into marketing for content. YouTube specifically. It's like, okay, we have, let's switch back to the old black. For YouTube, you have shorts, which are like reels on Instagram. And then you have longs. And then in those longs, it's like, okay, well, how do you structure the video? You have to have a hook. And that hook has to comprise of proof, promise, plan. Okay, so proof, why should people listen to you? Why do you know how to clean windows? Why do you know how to remodel a kitchen? Promise, what's your promise? What's the audience going to get by watching this video to begin with? And then what's your plan to show them that? Is it a list? You can see in this video, I started off with who I was, how many businesses I've helped, and then my plan of what I'm going to show you today. I followed this same formula. So this is a long. Short, you don't have to do this. It's just a 15-second reel, right? You're not going to introduce yourself in every short. No one cares. All right, next up is Instagram. On this, we have stories. We have reels. We have photos or carousels. So it's like, oh, wow, okay, then what do I post on my story? You know, do I do a poll? Do I just do a selfie shot, one at the gym, like a countdown time? Like you got to break it down into more and more and more. So it's all this good stuff, right? Reels. Okay, do I do a short, long reel, 60 seconds, under 60 seconds? Is it edited? Is it raw? Is it raw? Is it edited? And then for photos, carousels, am I posting it once a week, twice a week? Cadence, short caption, long caption. And so people, it looks messy, but there's so many layers to every single thing. And so that's why it's brutal if you try to do this all, and you got to pick one or two and just double down on that. And then you have LinkedIn, same thing. It's like, okay, I have to write a blog post. So it's like, don't try to do everything. We focus on Instagram for our clients. That's our main bread and butter. And then what we do is take that content and repurpose it to other platforms. So they still get ads on TikTok. I forgot about TikTok. They still get their content posted on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, Maybe LinkedIn if they want it. Like it depends, right? We're not doing Snapchat though, but you're like no one's on Snapchat to buy stuff except like e-commerce. But that I digress. So TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and we have the paid ad side. Okay, Google. We have SEO. We have ads. With SEO, we have blogs. We have backlinks. For ads, we have PPC. We have LSA. We have we also in SEO ads, Google My Business. Like there's a bunch of stuff we can do on the Google side, right? And then on Meta, okay, well, we have Facebook ads. We have Instagram ads. And under this, we have Reel ads, Story ads, Facebook ads. We have like there's different placements. There's different AIs. You get the point. Like there's a million layers to this. And Angie leads, I don't even know. Like I hate Angie. So we're going to I don't even know. Like I don't even want to talk about that. So but you share the leads. These guys share the leads. Shares leads with competitors. You don't own this lead and you're not building a brand whatsoever. It's like, I'm going to put a red one here. There we go. So you can see this whole thing is like, I mean, this is why people pay marketing agencies because of this, because there's so much here. There's so much minute detail. Okay. How do you post this? What do you click? How do you edit it? There's so much minutia that goes into it that there's two types of people at the end of the day. There's the people who want to learn this or at least train their team on how to do it and keep it in-house if they have a team. And there's the people who are like, just do it for me. Just take it off all my plate. And so the last year, we've been teaching businesses how to do this. And enough people have asked me, like, there's two types of people, right? Two types of people. There's done for you and done with you. These guys want to learn and then delegate to their team in-house. These guys just say, like, do it for me. Like, I don't want to learn. Want to learn. There we go. Now, which one are you? Which one are you? We offer both types. So we went from just doing like teaching, just doing consulting. We would do some done for you stuff. We'd edit their ads, all that good stuff, whatever. But now we're saying, hey, if you want us to completely handle this off your plate, and once again, we don't touch content. We don't even touch Google because you can't build a brand on Google. We don't touch, Angie. We don't touch LinkedIn, YouTube. We consult on it, but we don't touch it. And then outreach, we don't do any of this stuff. Like if outreach does not compound your business, we don't believe in it. I do outreach here and there. If I like need to close a deal, but or if I'm trying to go after like a whale and like, I can't necessarily, big clients, like they might not be scrolling on Instagram, but for your average client, your B2C customer who's scrolling, just brain rotting away on social media, they're on Instagram. Okay. So just double down on content, double down on ads. But there's two types of people. Which one are you? As long as you're one, it's fine. It's fine. Now, these are two completely different types of people typically, okay? This guy is not this guy, and this guy is not this guy. Me personally, have always been a done with you kind of guy. I like to learn skills to acquire my skill set, but then I like to pivot to done for you or transfer those skills to somebody else so I don't have to do it myself. I could free up my time. But I also want to learn how to do it or get a good grasp so that way I know if I'm getting boned or not by the guy I hire. I want to make sure I'm not getting burned by the guy who's, I'm paying thousands of dollars to, right? That's not fun. If they say, where are the leads? Like, I want to be able to understand what they're doing or at least have them break it down in a way that's super crystal clear for me. So just to show you, this is what I've been thinking about, life-wise, is but this comes from marketing, comes from getting new leads. There's businesses who have been in business for years and their owner operator is still stuck doing $20K a month or $30K a month. And they've just they have no marketing. They don't even believe in it because one agency they paid $2,000 to back in the day 5 years ago screwed them. And because there was a kid in his basement who didn't know what he was doing. And good for that kid for at least signing the client. but it doesn't matter if you don't get results, because results are at the end of the day, right? So it's like, it all comes down to which person are you and what do you want to do? We pride ourselves on the fact, like, we'll do both, because we're not going to throw you in one thing and say, no, you must only do this. We give people the option now where it's best for them, depending on where they're at in their buyer's journey. So anyways, just a breakdown on how all this works, all these skill sets you have to learn. It's a total mess. And I made it is on purpose. Like, I can't really fit every single thing in every tree, because I could keep going. But obviously I can't do that on this iPad. I digress. Anyways, if you want help scaling your local business with paid ads on Meta profitably and take it to the next level, and your higher ticket, so you're charging about $1,000 or more for your service, and you're doing 20K plus in revenue, then click the link below. I'm happy to have a chat with you one-on-one, see if we can help. If not, we'll point you in the right direction. Hope you enjoy this video and watch this one next. See you on the next time.